Hello and welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 4 of our Trickstab Gribnode Clan Vrrtkin campaign. In today's episode we are here for a little bit of an ambushy goodness, hopefully at least. Ravenna has pulled on back with a fairly elite group of Shades and Dark Riders. They're going to go for hiding and being very fast to avoid our globes, which is very fair. It's probably the best way to do it. We actually don't have anything really that can outrange or even come close to the range of those Dark Repeater crossbows or even the Shades right now, so we're going to be in a little bit of trouble for our next few fights. We do have an army up here with Morphage. The plan was to get them prepared for any kind of nonsense to be happening up here in the north. We don't have that much cash at the moment, but we'll be punching plenty of it out of the Druki. I think we're going to go ahead and grab the Vrrtkin factory here for a little bit of gold to control a trade tariff income, Skaven corruption, and then a drop to our global recruitment duration by 1 turn, which is very nice. This is likely just in this province, but if it is faction-wide, I would be very happy. It'll also give us more Master Globateers, which we absolutely will need. Well, hang on, we can do both. Weapon Barrow it is, too. Ice Rock Gorge, I'd love to go for the Alarm Tunnel, but it's not something we can afford now. Here at Tyrant Peak, we can go for the Max Tier Breeding Pit, which is what we are going to be going for, absolutely. Yeah, no, we've got lots of damage to be doing down here with the Druki, and we also have the Lizard Men that have not made an appearance just yet, but we know are just waiting for us to show some weakness. So let's end the turn and see how things play out. No, she was raiding long ago before she was slain. Right, Eshin's Darlings. Recruit some missile infantry will give us a missile focus. A little bit of extra recruit rank and missile recruitment cost reduction for those units, which is great after you've already recruited them. Trickstab's lab is done though, which means we have access to his unique skill tree, or his unique research tree. 13 more growth and replenishment rate sounds amazing, but we need to build up some gold for that one, which we are really low on. I also, so you all are aware, I renamed the Plane of Dogs to the Plane of Gas. I was going to name it to the Plane of Vert, so I'll let you all decide. Should we keep it as the Plane of Gas, or should it be the Plane of Vert? Let me know in the comments, and we'll, depending on how many votes there are, even if it's just a single one, we'll change it to that. For now, it'll stay the Plane of Gas. Alright, so back down here with Trickstab, which Ravenna is sitting in province with a bunch of Dark Riders. And this might be a fight we just want to give to the auto-resolve. Because locking down that many Dark Riders is going to be a nightmare. Okay, fair enough. Looks like that's not going to be a option for us. You've got Chill Wind, which is dangerous, but only really to our Clan Rats. We've got 6 minutes below someone's coming on in, so let's take to the field and rip apart this Cult of Pleasure army. Ravenna, called Murder Pegasus, to the field. Alright, so while we do have a range disadvantage, we don't want to deploy up here because all the trees will hurt us more than the enemy. So we want to take a position with our 1 remaining Skaven Slave, a Spear, and then kind of just the rest of our infantry, all of them spears, across this frontal position here. Kind of as far as we can. They don't have shields, so they're going to get taken out pretty quickly by the oncoming rush of crossbow bolts, but I believe in them. We're going to be using Trickstab and the Master Globateer to be going after the Dark Riders. They have good range, and you shouldn't be able to get close enough to actually scare them, so they can blast the... You have the hallucinogenic concoction, and then you just have your good old normal Poison Wind, which is perfectly fine. We'll have the Trickstab's Elite Turntails on this flank, backed up by... They should be able to throw the globes through, so we're just going to keep them locked up. Well, the Chill Wind will be nice and nasty then, so we'll just have them right behind. And directly behind. Shock Rats. I think we want one of you up here in these trees. They could get really messed up though if we leave them over here and forget about them. Yeah, we'll just leave them kind of a little bit further back here on top of this hill, and if they get taken out, that will be unfortunate, but so be it. Chieftain on the side. There we go. Once we start getting the range buffs to Trickstab, he's going to be very, very scary for our Druki enemies here. Gas throwers. Ready. And we'll put the other mustard gas throwers on this side. I'm gonna scoot up a couple of our clan rats here. Oh yeah, these are the shock rats. We'll bring these guys into the woods. But basically maneuver everyone that way we have some space for the globes too. We'll do 2 globes here. We don't want them too close to the lads on their side, otherwise they won't be able to fire at all. So we'll have them a little bit more narrow, which does make them a good target for the oncoming shades, but we'll make do. Alright, what are we missing? You 2 globes. We will throw you guys in behind the gas throwers. They're a little bit closer range. Or perhaps we'll have them over here. We can just double up our globe team's positions. We'll have to keep a pretty close look on the shades as they come on in, and then we'll advance our rats to match. All right. Has the opportunity to here be a pretty nasty battle for us. We'll go ahead and grab everyone else, but not put them in guard mode. And let's do the thing.
Ready, steady, doom!
Ready, steady, doom. Move the slaves up a little bit further, that way they are catching more arrows. They're sending a lot of guys up in the trees, so let's go ahead and bring you back, otherwise they're just gonna get overwhelmed. And don't come back too far, otherwise we can't use you. Alright, Trickstab, I cannot wait for you to have your Doom Rocket. He doesn't have it yet. There's the first opportunity for a globe. Let's go ahead and make sure you are miscasting all the time. Hallucinogen globes going in there. If you guys can get some hallucinogenic globes on these crossbows, then they are coming in and they have to fight. They got no choice. Kinda like here. They're rushing on in towards Trickstab, which we'll go ahead and pull back. And then let them get blasted apart by the gas. Let's go ahead and disrupt. Well, there's so many shades back there. Let's wait for them to actually reveal them. Their front line got obliterated, but they haven't responded with a proper... their proper missile troops yet. We're taking out the Dark Shard teams for me. Anything coming... oh, that chill wind was incredibly quick. Well done. We're gonna get these guys with the old hallucinogen globes. Skaven slaves, go ahead and remote detonate. We can keep them fighting for as long as we want here. I think it was a little bit slow. Alright, they're hallucinating. They are all hallucinating and charging towards us. No choice. Oh, did we break the game? Nope, thankfully, we're still here. Let's get in here and actually take some look at some of these fights here. Keeping Trickstab's rampage globes moving around is going to be really key to winning. We're getting shot to pieces there by anything that's a little bit further away. Go ahead and summon in a miss blow here. We used the majority of the globes for our front line, but here comes the next group of clan rats. I bet we're going to have... where's my Trickster Shard? 10 seconds there. See if we can send the Warlock Engineer through the line. Shock rats. Yeah, chill wind is nasty. Let's come through. Turntails, go ahead and advance a little bit. Same thing with these gas rats. Go ahead and move up, start blasting apart some of what we have here. These gas rats can advance on these shades, and then we'll just move up to explode the dark shards. Back in to run them down. Trickstab, let's go ahead and cause the sorceress to rampage. Mortars still kind of wasting shots. I know, they're actually getting plenty. Seems like they blob up quite bad on this little cliff face here. What orders? Ooh, a nice shot out of those Dark Riders right before they had to leave, so we didn't lose any of the gas throwers, but a lot of damage. Well done, though. That's Ravenna's forces defeated. And a decisive victory, I'd say. glorious. Alright, upgraded our victory quite nicely. Only the Skaven slaves taking any casualties. As is the way. 20 food in that fight, too. That puts us right back up to plentiful. 20 rows, 2 at control, and extra leadership. Lovely. We are going to sack the settlement.
It is Mortars' will.
Indeed. We're going to try to bleed the Druchii dry until they are willing to sign a peace treaty. Because we do have to worry about the lizardmen down here.
Where's my doom rocket?
Where's my doom rocket? We will swap back into encamp stance here, come back into our territory. See if we can't lure the lizardmen on up. They do have Druchii territory between us and them, so it's unlikely that they will... Now, it's at least less likely that they'll make a move through. Sometimes they care about trespassing, sometimes they really don't. It is a completely random, at least it feels. Shock tactics. We don't really have any shock rats besides the 2 we started with, so let's go ahead and grab... I'd say I have become death now. We don't have that much artillery either, but we will soon. And this will buff up our electric coven. I'm not sure where you get these guys. They've got a rocket barrage. I'm sorry, hello? So they not only have a rocket barrage, looks like they fire... They have torpedoes. Interesting. I don't think this is for our faction. This is for a specific faction that is a minor clan that's getting worked up on currently. I think it doesn't have all of the same to do here that such as Vrrtkin, which is... This is a minor clan, but it's well put together. Oh yeah, so the globe claws and everything is what's going to get buffed by this, but not your avalanche mortars or your poison wind mortars, which we need to keep in mind. Show them the ropes. I would say it's probably about time to go for show them the ropes. Healing, though. Yeah, we don't want our own troops to rampage. Having the enemy rampage is perfect. Yeah, we'll ignore the heals, too. Let's go for show them the ropes. Gives us a little bit of upkeep reduction for all of our poison wind.
Where's my doom
We'll go
rocket?
Foe Seeker for Pustin. We can recharge stamina a little bit. Get us a nice chunk of gold. We'll come on into Tyrant Peak and grab the Overseer's Lookout. Rock Gorge, I'd love to get the walls out. I just don't know if it's going to really matter. Oh, it gives us a Globe Claw Catapult. It absolutely matters. Doing some testing on my own and just for fun putting 19 Globe Claw Catapults. These things are... We need to get some in our armies immediately so I can show you how crazy they are. Was Wind Globes. When do we actually have access to them? What building do we need? So it's not the weapons dump. Where does it come from? Vrrtkin Poison Winds, Death Glow Bombs, Vrrtkin Jezzails, which have 5 more missile strength than your normal Jezzails. That's all that's really special about them. Where are the Poison Globe catapults? And, oh, and here they are. We need a construction cavern. Very first tier. And so we shall. Definitely need a little bit more higher range coming out of our artillery here. So Tyrant Peak coming up to tier 4 with this upgrade up to Vrrtkin Great Mortars into Carriers of the Immaculate Fume. Also, these are our version of Censer Bearers. They've got the Poison Wind effect. This one looks a little bit different, though. Slightly different than the one we throw. I wonder if it allows it to stack. Even this one's a little bit different. So maybe this is what this is part of what makes Vrrtkin so dangerous. Is even each one of these Poison Winds is able to stack on top of one another. We'll have to see in the next battle. We'll slow it down and take a quick look. We need 4 population. We'll go ahead and upgrade Scarpel's Lair. Orphage. You're up to 5. Loyalty, that's not bad. We can start getting the Poison Wind Mortars. The time is now.
Sorcerer, inventor, yes, yes.
You can gain them from the Ashen Cut. It's just going to take 2 turns. Well, I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind waiting a couple turns for some Poison Wind Mortars. What are we going to trade out, though? I guess you, Clan Rats with Globes. Could have given them to the other squad, but this will work. I'll also get rid of our last Skaven slave. We'll let all of our clan rats position as our new fully expendable tier. We'll just grab 2 of these poison wing mortars. So these don't count as artillery, but they are able to be buffed up by your master globadiers, which is perfect. Because eventually we'll just have kind of nothing but master globadiers as our front line, which I think the enemy should be very scared about. We are stuck for 2 turns, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we'll make do.
Kill things.
Bring you up to plane of gas, try to fix the control there. Negative 58 is not great, and with you just being here, that fixes it by quite a bit. It also makes our enemies think twice about attacking,
Good plan scheme.
because this army would get melted away. Good plan scheme. Don't think we want any friends there. The Cult of Pleasure is starting to think about peace.
What? What is it?
That's only 3,000. We need to wait for you to be really willing for peace. We get them weak enough. Some of the other surrounding factions will declare war on her too, because there's nothing she can do about it. Ooh, hang on. Now that we have plenty of food, none of the upgrades are for our actual globe. Oh wait, we can get you guys up here. Perfect.
Machines.
So we should give you the potent globes. We want our artillery really to have the hallucinogenic ones, and anything that's up close, we would prefer to have just more damage. Alright, that's in the turn.
No greater rat than me.
Ooh, is Marathi going to try to sue for peace personally? For 3,000 coins. Looks like Nostankia has decided to capitalize. No ma'am. Let me get the on-mic coffee pour. Throw this coffee pot as far away as I can. And Morphage is now a constructor. And he's loyal again. How glorious. Whether through threats, promises of shared glory, or enrichment, they're now no longer willing to stab you in the back. If you want something done right, it's best to publicly kill the one who did it wrong so the others learn. Very much the truth. Alright, Trickstab, I'm going to send Pustin out just to kind of take a look.
Take land. Mine.
The AI do tend to attack you when you're recruiting, which makes sense because you're weak in that moment. Let's bring Pustin on back.
Engineer.
2 turns till walls are in here, which will go a long ways to keeping them safe.
You're in my optics.
Alright, Morphage, you stay here.
Prior says yes.
And we'll go ahead and give you 1 more Poison Wing Globe. And that's it. We got a lot of buildings about to go in, so we'll be able to afford it, no problem. We can also stay at plentiful food, because we have, what, 120 max? If we use any more, we'll drop down into surplus. We'll stay here at plentiful. And in the turn once more. Alright, Morphage has now sprouted 2 more arms and has a deep hatred of Kenobi. Heralds of Ariel, we need to... No, you can calm down. No time for war with the Tree Elves.
Techno magic.
The Lammer Weaver Tala. We now have the Vrrtkin Poison Wind Mortars, which we can give Corrosive, Hallucinogenic, or Potent Globes. I'm going to give them Hallucinogenic right away. Drops us down into surplus, so we'll get a little bit more food before we drop any further.
Warp stone.
Alright, now... I'd love to take down Sulphurettes, but the problem is the Lizardmen, I think, would then move on us, so let's go ahead and take down Iron Spike. Should be able to auto-resolve this one, losing just about nothing. As I was about to say. We'll show off those mortars soon. Now, we might as well sack the settlement, because as soon as we occupy it, it'll be basically dropped down to tier 1 anyway. There we go. I'm not spending any food here to upgrade Iron Spike.
Sorcerer, inventor. Yes.
We'll pop in the Iron Mining Pit, though.
Sizzle scorch.
So they're at Petrified Forest. She's not going to be able to respawn towards us, so we'll let Stonkia do her damage, and we'll come after Sulphurettes just to finish off this province finally.
Where's my dome racket?
I'll have to upgrade Iron Spike so we can at least get the walls. That's what we'll do here.
Zap.
Zap.
Diabolical. You're in my optics.
Suspiciously loyal. On turn start, lords have a chance to gain 1 loyalty. Paranoid Defender or Bred Leader. We'll come back to this and we'll go ahead and grab more training for more experience. Morphage, you keep pulling the line up here. We're keeping an eye on everything to the north. And there are some more Skaven to the north we have already declared war on because we gained some extra research for it. So currently we're on strength in numbers for more melee attack charge bonus and the expendable attribute for our clan rats. Anyone else want to trade? Who isn't the Scourge of Cain? Looks like no. Marathi also not willing for peace that much. See if she's able to stop the advance that is Kislev. We've got a brutish overseer, huh? We've got rats everywhere, slain on the field. Ferocious foreman of your logging operation has been applying the whip with unseemly zeal. Workers are vacating the camps en masse and timber production is dwindling, driving up the construction costs. I don't think you all get to leave the timber, not gonna be mines, but I guess they would for the Skaven. They would turn them into timber mines. 15% more construction costs faction-wide. Well, maybe we need to quit being so mean.
Me.
You, huh? Well, we're gonna go ahead and head over to Sulfurettes because it looks like Astankia is annihilating Marathi, which is perfect. But also unfortunate because that means we're gonna have a powered up Astankia as our next enemy. Oh man, Cult of Pleasure, you don't have anything anymore. Maybe we'll have ourselves a good fight against the lizards. Although, it would be a good opportunity for us to at least get 0 casualties here, and you all can see what kind of damage our Vrrtkin poison wind mortars do. Which these actually, let's see, we can actually come on into the, not the help pages, but yoink? Can't. That we can if we encircle. Yoink. Now, where are our poison wind mortars? So these are the normal ones here, and they drop the poison wind effect, which is just dropping a damage over time of 12 to 25. For the Vrrtkin variant, they also have armor piercing, majority armor piercing damage. The Vrrtkin ones have, looks like, even missile and armor piercing. They have the bonus versus infantry of 3, and then the poison wind effect is a little bit less damage, but it drops all of their combat stats. So that is where they differ. Let's have ourselves some target practice. Alright, so similar battle we've had a couple times here. So we'll just set up with the mortars behind the squad. I'm not sure what's going on with the visual effect there, but something was stressed out. We'll put the mortars up on top of the hill here. They don't have to be that far apart from one another, but
Ready now.
Quick stab defending them with the chieftain and the turntails. So with the great mortars up here too. Get all fired together. You can see the normal mortars have far less range than your great mortars. And then we'll have the rest of our squad, so all of the Spear Clan rats. We're going to change this lineup just ever so slightly. We're going to pull them apart enough to put both of the gas thrower teams in the middle. So our new setup is going to be more like your kind of gunpowder chevrons. With 2 of the Globadiers behind each of the individual chevron teams. I want to rotate them too much there. A little ways apart. Keep the spears up far enough that the AI does go after them first when giving the targeting orders. There we go. Let's pull everyone here apart just a bit. A little bit farther forward. And we'll throw the Storm Vermin in the center to defend here, and then the Shock Rats can be in the, again, the kind of the flank defenders. Globadiers! Our actual defensive troops in defense mode, and then same thing with all of our missiles. Mortars all together, and let's get this thing going. Are they going to stay far enough back that we have to advance, or can we shoot them at the mortars from here? I think great mortars might be able to hit them.
Moving.
Way works for me. Yeah, it looks like they're in range, the poor fools.
Ready, steady, doom!
Looks like we missed a majority of those first shots there, but we are at least bothering them quite a bit. Like they're trying to flank here. Did a good job dodging all of our mortars. That's fine. Blade rats from below take down these dark shards here. And they're about in range to deal with them the old-fashioned way. Now they're going to be forced to move forward, so we're getting hit by a couple of the mortars at the same time. We have to send them on down a little ways, aren't we? They're gonna get nuked before they even get close. Free mustard gas for the Cult of Pleasure. New experiences, too. All sorts of stuff to behold. Here comes the other mortars raiding on down as well. Poor Druki. Just get blended apart. And now they're starting to fire for real. That's a pretty good volley. Actually, a pretty decent scatter too. It's not crazy wide. All they really have are these guys over here. Bring the shock rats in. We're gonna take a smidgen of damage because I didn't quite corral them well enough. So here comes one. I mean, maybe. Not in time. We had one dark shard volley coming in to deal with. But instead... the shock rats didn't get to throw their death globes. How lucky you are. Beautiful. Well, that is the claiming of... I believe that was sulfurets, I've already forgotten. Out of 1. Alright, only 4 rats lost in the fighting. That was likely all due to... It says they got kills here. Definitely not. 22 kills? That was friendly fire, obviously. Obviously. We shall go ahead and sack the settlement. Exactly. What engineering student? Not that color shade. No. Scratch the grime away. Or scrape. 1, a siege battle. Gives us 5 more armor for all of our warp fire throwers, rattling guns, poison wind globes, poison wind mortars, and death globe bombardiers. And now we've also gained the Council Guard. In a society as corrupt and perfidious as this, the lawmakers must be protected from those over whom they rule. We've also got the Trench Beasts, the Rat Ogres fitted with a breathing apparatus, with breathing apparatuses, and Globadiers crazy enough to mount them. A combination only Trickstab could invent. Then we've also got Viskrin's Death Squad. Though Lord Viskrin has been dead for centuries, his elite unit still worship him, persisting in murderous duties in their fallen leader's name. Death Runners. Got a whole bunch of ROR there. Oh, lovely. Let's move in on sulfurets then. This belongs to Mimi now. Go ahead and throw out our first rubbish pit. That way we can actually get all of our technology nodes unlocked. And we'll keep an eye out for the lizard things that are soon to attack. I will go ahead and drop into expansionist planning for plenty of growth. More growth here is not a bad call. We can also get more Master Globadiers too. We're up to 4 of these guys. The Inlet, the Weapon Master, and the Zap Spark, the Perceptive. We'll grab a Zap Spark first. Oh, I'm sorry, they completely free to recruit. They just cost upkeep. That's pretty awesome. We'll leave one of you here with Morphage, and the other one come on down south. I think the plan eventually for Trickstab's army is even going to be pretty much no Clan Rat Globes. We'll probably swap them all over, so it'll be our Turntails, and then 2 Storm Vermin with halberds. for our front line, and then everything else we'll just replace with the Globeteers. Probably still only keep two shock rats, so yeah, we'll basically get rid of all 3 of these guys here. I'm gonna get rid of none of them now, because even if I would love to have the trench beasts, we can't afford them. But they are indeed rat ogres that are heavily armored and have the cluster globe ability. They will be throwing the what looks like magical missiles. They're throwing some poison wing globes at the enemy. Damage over time for 20 seconds. They've got Frenzy, they're a Molder monster, all sorts of nasty goodies here. What else do we get? Viskrin's Death Squad. I don't really know what's different about them. Duck and Weave. Oh, they're faster, better at defending, and have more resistance. These guys do tend to hang out in there forever. The Death Squad teams are always a little bit interesting. I think they're basically, if they're an assassin unit, I always have a hard time using them.
You're in my objects.
They're in my objects. We'll grab I Am Become Death 2 here, grabbing us 4% range, 8% range for artillery, 66% more attrition suffered by defenders when we are sieging or encircling them, and more leadership too.
Warp fire.
Kevin, we'll go ahead and continue to drop that up, keep 7% all the way up to 13%. This army is going to be very expensive in the long run here. Won't upgrade sulfurettes.
Musketeer watches.
Musketeer watches. But Marathi, what's the unit piece?
To listen, but I must.
Ooh, what happened?
With haste.
Either your coffers have been drained by war, or you are starting to recover. All of those things are slightly concerning. 298 gold what we got coming in.
Good.
Iron mining pit's about to be done. Scorpel's lair is about to make a little bit more money as well. Don't think it's enough to actually...
Kill things.
Not enough to actually warrant grabbing any more units. So we'll get to that eventually. Yeah, so let's have you pop on out for refilling your magic a little bit here, because where we are here in the newly dubbed plate of gas is not very magical. Very deadly, not very magical. Income from the local settlement's income, 20%. Vrrtkin Mafia. Or Mint wouldn't be a bad call there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab ourselves a Thieves' Hidey Holes. Our food building. How much is it going to cost to increase the scavenger horde? Free food. Only giving us one at the moment, so if we were to pop in this hidey hole, we'd be using the food we're already generating. Maybe the Witch would be making more gold than this. Is it just not upgrading very quickly?
Lord of the Glade.
Already up almost tier 4, but yeah, they've got nothing but military buildings, it looks like. Oh, they've got the Hunter's Vault here, too. Yeah, now we can start siphoning a little bit of their cash, too, so we'll come on in and grab the Thieves' Hidey Hole. We just need a little bit more money. We're making a lot from battles, but we need to make some from other sources, too. So we'll come on in and grab... We should be able to get one more hallucinogen mortar here. So everyone is rampaging without taking us down further. Perfect. Go ahead and end the turn there. Alright, Carcassonne has fallen, so some of the knights are no more. Flame Gullets and Septic have also declared peace. Intriguing. Well, strength in numbers is done, so large numbers of ill-trained, ill-equipped warriors can still perform a useful function. Just ask the Immortals. Got him.
Sorcerer, inventor.
So is there a way to come on down here? Well, we definitely can.
Good guess.
Good guess. Damage walls. It doesn't have any walls.
Seeking enemy things.
There's an army of Marathi down here. Something I wasn't prepared to find at all. How many cities does she have left? What about it's 2?
To listen, but I...
No, it's just a single one. So there's probably a Black Ark down there just giving them access to recruitment. Alright, so I will allow Kislev to move up here and take down the ancient city of Quintex, but we will probably be declaring on Kislev very soon as well. Since there's not that many lizardmen here, I think we will attack the fallen gates and then fall back.
Warp lightning.
Which means we actually probably need to leave Bustin out of this fight, otherwise he's going to ruin how much movement we have. Well, actually, maybe not. We'll put him in here as soon as he moves over. Surround. Join back up with Trick Stab. Let's get ourselves up into the battle here against the Lizardmen. 3 Temple Guard, but they're not going to be nearly as elite with bombards raining down on top of them. Sacred Duty. Can cause fear and immune to psychology. There's a hero or lord around. Well, that's fun. Unfortunately for you clowns, we are bringing the boom. I don't think we need any Menace Below summons, but let's go ahead and grab just the one. Or not. We shall collect our food from Hexawaddle. It is a dine and dash. Finally, vengeance on the filthy lizard things. Oh, it set up our formation for us. Beautiful. Love to see it. Although we're going to change it slightly and just rotate the artillery behind our lines, so we'll do mortars more or less in the gaps, and then the great mortars in the back. All the Vermintide. And then I'm going to probably rotate our halberdiers on one side, that way we can deal with the oncoming rush of clowns from over there. Hounds are riding clever girls. Yeah, and I'm not gonna waste any time. As long as we can start bombarding them immediately, that's what we're gonna do. Excuse me, ghosts. You had to leave my firing arcs alone. Guard mode for you lot. Artillery and pseudo-artillery. In guard mode. Alright lads, let's do the thing. Bully us some lizards. So since they're gonna wait for their reinforcements, let's go ahead and take position over here. We're all hidden as well. They may actually not be. No, they're definitely all back in the corner. Means we have an opportunity to get some lovely hilly ground over here. We'll just move to about this position, that way we're not going all the way over. Trickstab, I don't mind you moving in and starting launching some globes at the Temple Guard there. We'll just want to run when the Kroxagore starts crossing the field. Big boy will not like our rats, and they won't like him either. At least no clans that we've seen. We've got to deal with the likes of the Pestilential Brotherhood soon. There's the many clans of Clan Pestilence. Or of the religion, I guess, of Pestilence. Thank goodness the rats move fairly quickly. A bit further here. A little bit of tree agony, but we can deal with it. Don't like Trickstab having to get this close, but he's fast enough he can turn and run, hopefully. They're gonna rotate themselves. I don't blame ya. In fact, you boys need to run. We're not gonna have time to get back before the Kroxagore starts running across the field. Rotate our two groups here ever so slightly. Because they're gonna go for the, it looks like the wide approach. Advanced retreat. It's a tactical advance to the rear. What orders? Oh, they got bogged down in the trees real bad. Come on. Here comes reinforcements. I mean, we've taken a better position ourselves. They may still elect to just wait on us. Filthy lizard things call us the cowards. Listen, every single time I see Temple Guard, I need one of these it's like a pole mace. It's a halberd, but it's a halberd that I've never kind of seen this variety before. Halberd mixed with mace. They're keen and content to sit back and let us advance to them. So here, shock rats. Do something a little bit weird with you guys.
What? Skitter and leap.
Advance start blasting into this Temple Guard. I'd like them to start moving towards us. Everything else here, though, we have really good positioning. Look at these trees here that might block a couple of our shots.
Clan Skryre.
Almost there. In fact, we might just go ahead and alt shot into the middle. Got our street race going on just down the street. That's how you can tell the ones with the small brains and other items. Go, Mortars, go! Now that we're in the trees here, I'm a little bit concerned by them. Alright, here they come. They dodged one splashes right in the middle. The swords makes us get to see how much damage we do to the great enemy here. Yikes, that is some nasty stat drops. Alright, Mortars, now back up the hill. That second volley is going to hurt too. Still content to wait. I think they've taken nearly enough damage yet. Okay, so since we are here in the trees a little bit weird, let's go ahead and grab our whole force. We just rotate them a little bit. We're not quite as obstructed by those trees. Speed that up a little bit since they're not coming towards us. They're gonna wait for us to give them another volley. Poor lizards. They've already accepted their doom.
Doom and destruction.
Indeed. See if we can get the croc score coming across the field after you.
Ready to roll, lead. Clan chicken.
Alright, here comes those shots again. We're gonna hit the sword of spears if we can. I'm not sure where you guys were shooting, but that's way to the left. Completely missed. Flip the Temple Guard there, though. As soon as they're in range of the other borders, though, we're in good shape. It looks like he's locked eyes on Trickstab. Doing a really good job of dodging our missiles, though. Let's blast away a bit over here. Maybe the Rampage guys would have a harder time, but apparently not. There's one globe away from Trickstab. Go ahead and fall back.
Rockets moving.
They're just kind of dirtling around in circles back here. Oh, we almost got lucky. Here come the proper mortars, which are going to rampage everyone as well. Realize he's got no spells, but get ready. Quick stab. You get ready as well. Ready, steady, move. Ready to weaken everyone here. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Gotta keep moving. Weaken them all. Apocalyptic visions. Storm vermin, get in here. Let's go after the Proximor Ancient. Look at the lizardmen evaporate. Go ahead and give them the orders here, but I don't even think we need to. We'll take away the health bars, and that is a lizardmen army defeated. Ooh, this is so much fun.
Doom and destruction.
I'll pack a little bit there, boys. Those are Temple Guard.
Yes, master. Scurrying.
Not sure why they're not throwing their death globes, though.
Scurrying. Yes, yes.
They should be in range.
Advance retreat.
It's one of the progenitor weapons. They basically use it right before they come on in. But Bustin fighting a Proximor Ancient, he wasn't having the best of times, but he took the damage so no one else had to. Be getting the rat purple heart there. Deserved it. We've got plenty of fools here to shoot the piece to pieces. Just a moment. Which warp gas here is gonna melt in the brain already. Alright, another decisive victory, and this is just letting us know that the rest of the Warhammer world's denizens are very, very lucky that the Skaven did not invest more into their poison wind technology. it would have gone so poorly for the rest of the world. There's another engineering student. Love to see it. And an artifact hunter, too. We can get right back into sulfurettes to do some replenishing, and we can even go into March. We're trying to gain the Overseer trait. Perfect, we'll go ahead and grab that last point into I Am Become Death, which gives our great mortars how much range? 448. So they are actually at proper artillery range now, but a little bit less than anything that is, I'd say more keen on actually proper artillery. Like the likes of cannons and such will have at least 450 to 500 with all the buffs they get. We still will have a less range.
Warpstone.
Warpstone. Paranoid Defender. The explosion to allow you to escape is pretty nice. Suspiciously loyal. Having the ward save on Trickstab for now is going to be quite nice. Probably end up sending Pustin up to join with Morphage, and instead we'll have this army be nothing but Master Globadiers. The Guardian is quite nice, but... Ooh, the Dominating Scheme. One that we'll pretty much want to keep on cooldown. Free food, 40 growth, 2 control, and a little bit of recruitment cost reduction. Sounds good to me. Whatever the gold cost. Get the clan armory now to give us the Vrrtkin Storm Vermin. Provided there's nothing better up here in the plane of gas, I think we will. Grab us a clan armory. Then we can grab sulfurettes for the next year. I think we'll just leave this as our sacrificial city. If any of them must be,
Yes.
we'll have this one. Alright, Sian, let you stay here with Morphage, but also we can have you come on over and steal some technology from Clarok Spire. And as Zap Spark, you can come join Stab. Rakatita.
Warlock of Skaven Clans.
Rakatita. And then I want 2 of the Vrrtkin Clan Warp Grinders. I would love to try to actually utilize these where we can stop enemies in our front line before they get any further. Even though just the normal Clan Rat Spears with the gas masks look 100% cooler. That increases it by 208. And then let's go ahead and get... We'll go 1 Rattling Gun, and then we'll probably go 1 Teeth Breaker. They can be ready to start bothering other enemies as well. Because with just a good number of weapon teams, you're set with Skaven. Weapon teams and plenty of expendables. Let's see how much she's willing to sue for peace now. She's not at all. So good old Marathi's starting to rebuild her power. Yeah, we'll leave the rest of this here. And we'll give it 1 more in turn, see how things play out. Alright, we've got visions of the Nemesis ground over in the Empire, near a famous landmark, if only. So it looks like nothing has really changed. Interesting. The lizards are just going to let us bully them and not do anything about it. We'll send Pustin out once more just to kind of take a look. There's no way they have no warriors nearby, or armies moving over to stop us. Who are you at war with, X-Waddle? Us and Sharktooth, which is not a very big ogre tribe. Interesting. I mean, we can just come on back in with Trickstab and go for another sack, which I think I will. We'll sack the settlement, bring Pustin with us, so we can get some experience, and boost the experience we're getting for the battle too. This time we'll just go ahead and sack it once more. Yeah, force them to keep putting gold into it. A reptile thing sacrifice. What does that give us? 10% more weapon strength with fighting against lizardmen. Awesome. That'd be great for Pustin on his Bonebreaker, a specially engineered breed of rat ogre. The Bonebreaker has a braced platform strapped or bolted to its back for carrying a Skaven warlord to battle. Trickstab is now an Exalt expert and a kidnapper. Lots of buffs while attacking, and then plenty more goodies when we are...
Indeed.
Basically, more people stolen after battle.
It will cost you.
Got our very own kidnappers running around. Engineering students. So these have to go on Warlock Engineers. Interesting.
Sorcerer inventor. Yes.
I figure you counted. Oh, he does. But Trickstab does not. So Zapspark coming on down to join Trickstab.
Warlock engineer.
We'll give it to Sinliet, since he's already in an army. And then the engineering student as well. Oh, the engineering student is what I actually wanted to add in that army. That's very fair enough. You already have an artifact hunter, and so do you, so we'll go ahead and sell one of these here. That will work. Alright, sweet. Well, that's all the time I've got for today. We're going to continue to build up for our army here with Morphage. So for our...
Machines and then sorcery.
I'd like to go for a war with the undead things here before they get built up too much, because the more they get through Shabti, the more dangerous they're going to be. But for now, like I said, that's all the time I've got for today. Thank you all so much for dropping by today's Clan Vrrtkin campaign. If you all enjoyed the episode, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne, and I'll see you all in the next one.